Okay, welcome to the More Orders with AI workshop. This is the second one of these that we've run. So if you've joined one of our other workshops before, welcome back. If this is your first workshop, welcome. And if this is your first More Orders with AI workshop, thanks for jumping on this. What we're going to show you today is how to stop prompting and running generic AI prompts and getting generic answers through Claudes and GPTs and Manuses and all that stuff, and how to use AI that's actually trained on real e-commerce brains and real e-commerce growth systems. So 3 things we like you to do at the top of these calls. We're going to be here for 50, 60 minutes. So the more you can put into this, the more here you are, and distraction free you are, the more you're going to get out of it. So expect to be here for about 60 minutes and connect with us here. Be seen, we do like to have you on your cameras. We like to see your lovely faces and not staring into the black box of death here on Zoom. So if you can, we'd love to see you with your cameras on, but please stay muted. We'll ask you to unmute just to bring you up, just so we don't get distracted as we go through. But we also understand if you can't have your camera on. And while I'm on that topic, this is obviously getting streamed at the moment, and this whole recording will be going onto our YouTube channel, which, thanks to everyone on the call, we just ticked over our 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Congrats, everyone. We did it. We've made it. We're famous on the internet finally. So thanks for the three subscribers we got from the call tonight. So this will be live. So my point is that this will be live when we don't edit this. So if you don't want to be heard, if you don't want to be seen, just know that this will be going live on the internet. So you will be on the internet, and we won't be editing out for any specific reasons. And also, so you've figured out there is a chat feature. We will be chatting to you inside of Zoom throughout this call. We'd love you to be interactive and engaging with us in the chat. A lot of you have already dropped in your URLs for your websites. If you've got them, drop them in the chat. Our team will be down in there while we're going through. That's your place to ask questions as well as we're going through. Feel free to drop those in the chat as well. A few goals for what you're going to get out of today. We really want you to, number one, understand what AI can actually do inside of your business, and then how to get proper e-com based results and not generic prompts, not generic results. So we're going to help you sort of understand why things like ChatGPT and Claude and all these things, which are amazing, don't generally give you really great specific answers for e-com. And we're going to show you the alternative. And we're actually going to take you through our custom AI system. You're going to see that in action. Paul's going to walk us through our command center and show you how we use that to build out store messaging, content ideas, ad frameworks, ad angles, creative angles, customer avatars, offers, operations, execution, daily plans, everything you need to do in your e-commerce business. We'll show you how to do that inside of what we call our command center, which is our proprietary custom AI tool. And we want you to leave with an idea of what your AI execution plan could look like. So you'll know what parts of your business work really well with AI and where you can really get that leverage out of tools, in sort of AI tools to actually help your business and not just kind of be doing stuff for the sake of using AI because it's cool and fun and everyone says to use it. How to actually use it to grow your business, and how to run better prompts that actually give you practical next steps and practical things to do inside of your business. So that's where we're heading. So before I go into this, who here is using AI at the moment? If you're using, might be Claude or GPT or Manus or Gemini. Give me a hands up, and I can see you all there. Give me a hands up. Everyone's using some sort of AI. Feel free to drop in the chat. Like, what are you using? Has everyone switched over to Claude from ChatGPT last week, and now we're back on ChatGPT again this week because it's better again because it just released its image update, and then we'll be back on Manus next week, and then in Claude we trust, Roger.
No loyalty is there between things these days. Like, you get dumped after 5 minutes in the AI space.
That's it. It's a horrible. No longevity. I'm an AI hoe. Wanda's been around the community too long. She's become an AI hoe like the rest of us.
Jeez. He's the old.
Her words, not mine. Look in the chat.
She said that. Oh, glad she said that. Not you. I'm like, fuck.
Just for everyone who's watching, that is in the chat. I'll put
all right.
I'll drop the chat replay after. Oh, Copilot. Okay. And you've also got your AIs inside of Shopify as well, right? Copilot, all that kind of good stuff. Basically everything that you're using now has an AI. Some are good, some are bad. So, Charlie's his name. So, what is the problem with generic AI tools? And it's kind of in the title, right? The problem is the generic aspect. So, generic AI like Claude, even Copilot, Manus, OpenAI, Gemini, they're trained on general internet knowledge. And yes, that includes some e-commerce stuff, but you're going to get marketing stuff, business stuff, generic copywriting formulas, lists of ideas, right? You'll notice when you prompt it generally, unless you're really, really good at prompting it, it's going to give you pretty generic answers, and you've got to be really good at prompting to get it kind of to a place that's relevant for your business. So generally what these generic AI tools use, and particularly if you just go in and you start asking questions and say, hey, build me a 90-day content plan for my kids' clothing brand, it'll give you something and it might sound really good, but it's not going to understand the context of the stage of your business, your actual product journey, the constraints in your business, your actual numbers, right? Are you doing 10K a month? Are you doing 100 grand a month? Are you doing $1 million a month? What's your customer journey look like? Who is your actual customer? How do they buy from you? Why do they buy from you? What are the conversion issues on your website? What's the status of your Google Ads account, your Meta Ads account, your offer, your cash flow, etc., etc., etc. So without understanding all of these aspects of what an e-commerce business is, you're always going to get generic results from prompts. And that is the main problem with generally just prompting into these generic tools. And the reason that they generate generic results is kind of like we call it like a crap in, crap out, right? You put crap in, it kind of gives you the same thing on the back end. So unless you're an amazing promptologist and you're very, very good at prompting and you've got all of your skills set up in Claude, or you've been using GPT and you're very detailed about what it should include, what it should exclude, all that kind of stuff. If you're up at 3 a.m. coding this stuff, then you're probably very good at it. But the quality of the answer always depends on the quality of the brain behind it. So when we look at these LLMs, when we look at these language models, they're trained on generic data, right? They got generic training data. They're pulling from public internet sources, public internet content, public websites, broad marketing theory. So if you've ever just gone to ChatGPT and said, build me a 90-day sales plan or a 90-day marketing plan or business plan, it'll give you some very broad marketing, business scaling stuff that may or may not be relevant. I'm sure we've all had that experience. Promptologist, Rod, not a proctologist, but they can feel the same way sometimes, right? And the information that you manually feed into the prompt as well. So again, how good you are at prompting it will generate how good will be based on how good the answers are as well. So as I said, unless you are a promptologist and you're very, very good at prompting, you've got good guide rails, good guardrails around everything, you're going to spit out pretty generic content. And it's also got a limited understanding of your business model, unless you're crazy into AI and you've got it linked into Obsidian and all this other stuff, and it actually has real data about who you are, all the aspects of your business, all of your finances, all of your Shopify backend, customer details, all of that kind of stuff. So the shift we want to help you see tonight is how to move from AI tools to an AI operating system. So imagine if your AI was actually trained on how real e-commerce operators think, trained on actual e-commerce brains, e-commerce experience. So our AI, we'll say that 10 times fast, our command center AI platform is based on the world famous Paul Warren's 25 plus years in e-commerce. He started e-com when he was 17 years old. He built a $40 million valuation company. He got bought out by a public company, an ASX listed company. So he's been there, he's done that, he's been through everything you could possibly want to know about e-commerce. We've been running the e-commerce circle now for almost 2 years, I think. The Insightful Agency has been running for 5-something years. I've been here working with Paul since 2021. All of our team are experts in e-commerce, right? Our meta ads coaches, our Google ad coaches, our email coaches, our SEO and Crow coaches work inside of e-commerce businesses. They're not just marketing generalists or meta ads generalists or working for different types of businesses. They understand how e-commerce businesses work, and all of that knowledge is being pumped into our AI. So the learning model that is feeding all the data in the responses that you get from our system is coming from actual e-commerce brains. And this is also based on us having worked with about 350 plus Aussie e-commerce brands, and that's purely the number of members we have in our community at the moment. That probably ranges out to the thousands if you take in the people that we supported inside of our Shopify Australia Facebook group, which is pushing, I think, 11,000 members or something at the moment. We also teach practical stuff, right? So we've designed every single GPT inside of this tool to give you practical principle-based outputs. It's not just giving you generic business and marketing information from a textbook from 1995, like the stuff I studied at university, which is a lot of what it pulls from the internet, right? Is based on practical e-commerce insights, based on stuff that's working right now in 2026. And we've also built it to have an end-to-end prompt flow so that when you start working with something, it gives you a conversion-based output. It's not just giving you generic internet fluff. It's not just giving you word salad. It's leading you to a result that's something you can pick up, put into your website, put into your emails, put into your meta ads that's actually going to improve performance in the business. And it's based on real e-commerce insights from, as I said, experts that are working inside of Aussie businesses daily. So that is how our model thinks and what makes it different. So some of the stuff that you can do inside of our command center is it runs out what we call our more orders our more orders system, and it turns all of that knowledge into daily execution. So in a little while, Paul's going to jump in and give us a demo through what the command center looks like. We'll run some prompts so you can actually see what I'm talking about. You actually get a practical idea of what's in there, how it works, so you can see this working inside an actual business. But some of the stuff you could jump into there do. Clarify your offers, improve your H1s and H2s on your homepage, improve your trust icons, write stronger product copy, create all of your Meta and Google ad creatives and angles and copy, map all of your customer avatars and then turn those into specific segmented campaigns, turn those customers into campaigns, build out all of your email content, all of your flows, everything you need to improve your email flows, diagnose conversion issues. You can literally drop your website into this thing and it'll run a full Crow conversion rate optimization audit of your website and SEO audit of your website. Right, so it'll tell you and actually diagnose what's wrong with your business and then point you in the right direction of the stuff that you need to go and fix. It'll help you prepare review emails, create content pillars, plan weekly execution, run all of your ops, as well as improving you as a founder, helping you improve your daily routines and your habits. And that's just some of the stuff that it does.
That's so much more than that, Chris, doesn't it? Like even the slide.
There's 170, I think, GPTs in there at the moment. So that's barely scraping the surface.
But by next week, there'll be like 180. So just to be clear, just to give Chris a rest, he's had like 5 macchiato coffees and 3 Red Bulls, the way it's like blasting at you. So, but he is correct, right? So there's 167 GPTs in there at the moment, and they're trained by me largely, and they all have guardrails. So guardrails are things such as they won't let a normal GPT system tell you to do silly things that it found on the internet. All right. So for example, you could go straight to ChatGPT and you go, hey, how do I improve my conversion rate on my website? And it'll tell you whatever the hell it wants to tell you based on the random nonsense that it found on the top 9 Google search results. And I'll go, here is what I think you should do, whereas it's wrong. Right. So it doesn't have access to 300 plus Shopify sites like I do. It hasn't been in ecom since 1997 when I started at mom and dad's house. And it's not even, and it's a lot of these things are using information that's like 4 years old, right? So largely why we built that is because ecom brands have very specific questions about very specific problems, right? So as Chris spoke about, or what do you go, well, hey, I've ordered heaps of inventory and I can't sell it, right? So, for example, in there, there's a GPT that's like, here is the dead stock liquidator. So you can just go nuke your stock that you can't sell. Or you go like, I've got a product and it's absolutely crushing it at the moment. And how do I sell more of that product that I'm actually crushing it at the moment? So I go, all right, jump into the section in there that says promotion. And there's a thing that says like bestseller scaler. So you go, cool, this is the product that I'm trying to sell and I want to sell more of it. So you go in there and you click, and I'm going to show you how all this works in a minute. But you go, use that thing, and it'll go, here is like 3 strategies that are proven to work since doing this all the way back in 1997 and to now, and across the hundreds of brands that we work with. Here's how you guys do this stuff, right? So every week I go back in there, and based on what questions our community ask us, I go, cool, I need 3 more things in there. So again, for example, someone was chatting to me last week and they go, Paul, I know there's a brand in the community that does millions of dollars a month and their whole business is driven by pitching influencers. Do you know how they do that? So I'm like, okay, yeah, I know how they do that. And I spoke to them and figure out how they do that as well. And then I come back into the system and I go, here's the influencer pitch writer. And I have a feeling I even did one of these influence things for Wanda, who's part of our community a while ago. So I'm like, here's the steps. Like, I literally go and say this, and here's how you negotiate the deal, and here's what happens if they don't respond, and here's how you tell them how you want the format, and here's how the contract works, blah, 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 blah. So we just keep adding more and more of this stuff to the thing. So effectively, this covers actually doesn't cover every possible thing yet, because you could probably ask me another 1,000 questions. However, the 167 things in there right now, and I'm going to show you all of them, are the things that I get asked like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And again, largely the big part of why I did this is because I actually like to sleep, and I get asked a lot of the same questions all day, every day. And I'm like, well, what if Mel just came and sat with me at my kitchen table and she bought PK and Teddy rocked up and Catherine was there and Amelia was there, and they all asked me about 3 or 4 different things? I go, well, it's hard to talk to all of you at once, but I could just go, hey, Amelia's asking me how to build an affiliate campaign for ecom. And I go, cool, just go click this thing, use this. And Teddy's going, how do I optimize my Google ads, Paul? And I'm like, go use this thing. And then Mel's going, well, I got a shit review from a customer that was a dickhead. And I'm like, what do I do about that? And I'm like, use the review replier. You're like, oh, great. And then when you get stuck, assuming that you weren't at my house, I'm like, go over to our e-commerce circle community and be like, hey, I used the virtual poll and it told me to do this with the pain in the ass client that gave me a negative review, or I was stuck on my Google ads, or I couldn't figure out how to write a new ad for my meta ads. And it said this, what do you guys think? So the 300 and what is there now, Chris, 360 people or whatever it is in the community, like they go over there and go, here's the suggestion that I've had, and go, hey, Paul, what do you actually think about this? Do you think virtual poll was pretty correct? And other people in the community go, yeah, that looks fantastic, right? Or you need to tweak it a bit. But the information has not just come from Claude or ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever, and it's information that's come, and that information, to be clear, it's good if you want to be poor and you want to have a mediocre business. But if you want to do it properly, like there's shortcuts that you need to do, and there's things that you need to not do, right? And those things, largely, they're just yes men. They're going to be like, hey, PK, do this. And they go, and you'll go, oh, that looks good. And you'll go, of course it is, right? So when it's not, right? So, and they keep you on their platform and they keep you asking dumb questions, right? But you think is a good question. And you go back again and again and again. And you're like, my business is growing really slowly. Like it's growing slowly because like it's sending you around in circles, or it forgets how to think, right? And then you go, hang on a second, something's gone. So this is the problem with these things. So short version and like mic drop, that's why I built this. So the content is correct, it's accurate, and it has guardrails around what it won't do. And then it's like, once you've used that thing and you've done it and you've dialed it in and you kill it, I'm like, cool, now here's the next GPT that you use. So we're going to show you like the sequencing of how to use all of this stuff tonight, right? So we talk often about when we work with a brand, and I'll use Wanda as an example because she's gone through this without this system. Like first we fixed her brand story. So helped her talk how she spoke about her brand, in her marketing, on her ads, everything. Then we helped her fix her website, right? Then we help her work on her strategy. So the whole purpose of this platform is to do the same thing. And those of you that don't even have that yet, there's a thing in here that says like the niche and the product validator. So I'm like, am I even selling the right thing? So fix that, tell a good story, send your traffic to a site, do a good site, do a digital strategy and go, all right, I'm ready to run meta ads now. Okay. What should I put in the ad? What's the headline? What's the hook? What's the offer? What's the price? What's the image look like? How do I set up the campaigns? How do I set up the ad set? How do I then leave it alone? And then how do I come back and go, what's working, what's not working, and then do more of that, right? So again, that's the whole purpose of all of this, so that you can, for those of you that don't sleep like me, most ecom people are like, I've got a job, I've got 3 hobbies, and I've got 2 ecom businesses and 9 cats and 2 kids, and they're always fiddling. Like, this thing is perfect for all of you guys, right? So we might jump in and pick someone, and like, I'll show you firsthand how to use a lot of this stuff. So Chris V, got anyone that you've had a look at that we want to like jam on with this? That's a kind of a cool brand or something.
Sorry,
Please,
I'm mute there. Catherine had a bit of a jewelry brand that she linked previously. I linked that for you before, and then also
Jewelry.
Mel shared.
Is Catherine still here?
Sorry, that I didn't check.
Anyone who's going to come off mute would be great.
Mel's been here since minute 1.
No, Catherine is here. I know Catherine is there, sorry.
Catherine is here. All right, if you want to come off mute, Catherine.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you. And you?
Forgive me if we've already spoken in a DM or an email or an SMS or something. I have like so many chats today. Sometimes get on and like, oh yeah, that's the Catherine. So here's your opportunity, however, to go give us a big pitch about why you started your business, why you love it, why you're passionate about it, how it came about, and you're going to get tons of free publicity from our 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So make it count, and it's also being live streamed. I don't know if you got a webcam. Okay. I can just say like a orange thing.
Yeah, sorry, it's just I just can't get it to work. But right. I started. So I was in the corporate world and basically suffered a bit of bullying and harassment in the workplace, and as a form of a coping mechanism, I also do shorthand, and I actually like made some jewelry with sort of shorthand words on. And the main thing that I made to start with was a little pendant, and a sterling silver pendant, and had it made, and it was "I am a survivor." So it started from there, and I just I had a few friends sort of say, oh, I know someone who could use that, that'd be good for them. And there was a friend who had, her mum had breast cancer, and she'd got through that, so she got one. And it sort of went from there, like that that ring on that picture there, that word is happy. So it's sort of like it's trying to be a positive spin on mental health issues. There's a little code cube, which is like grateful, worthy, happy on each of the different sides.
Right. Okay. Cool. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Got heaps of like symbolism and meaning behind it and so forth.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right. Awesome.
So it's more that it's in code. So you might not want to actually have the words out for everyone to see. Oh, what are you a survivor of? It just looks like a design. So it's not. If you don't want to talk about your situation, you don't have to, sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Love the idea behind it. I'm sorry that you went through all that stuff, that no one should go to work and copy any of that nonsense. It's ridiculous in this day and age. I will say I'm very direct though with my feedback, so please take this from a place of like kindness and stuff. I'm just going to like start ripping into it and giving you feedback from the point of like making this amazing, because this should be like an epic brand. Certainly no, I never do this to try and make anyone feel bad, but I'm like, here's the list of like 10 things we got to fix. So I just want to say that because people go, you're very direct, Paul. Okay, I've had people go too direct. So I'm just putting not a warning, but like I get to the point. So so let's have a look here. So a couple of things, right? So if I go discover the power of code jewelry. What you should be trying to do in there, though, is a couple of things. Now, number one is you want people to read that. And when they read this and then they read this, in their head, they're going, yes, 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 right? Because if you can get people to comply with the words that you say on your website from a emotional perspective, where they go, oh yeah, I really need that thing because of X reason, right? They're more likely to buy. So at the moment, discover the power of code jewelry. It probably only really makes sense to you, right? So, and then if we go jewelry that speaks to you, each piece includes a secret message hidden from everyone but you. There's certainly something in that. However, we need to make it a bit more specific to the wide, huge audience that are likely to buy your stuff. So we come over to the command center and jump into here, and you guys will just tell you how you can all buy it later, and you can get like lifetime access for a cracker price and all the other good stuff. But I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go click this thing. Not sure where to start. And I go, I'm not sure where I want to start with this. I know where to start, but you guys don't. So, but I'll do this. So I need to fix the H1 and H2 on my website because Claude told me it needs some work. So what this goes and does, it searches through all the GPTs that are in the system, and it'll come back and it'll go, here's 3 options that you could use. Of course, my dog's just barking outside. So homepage headline generator, let's use that one. So you go here and click on this, right? So now what you want to do is it would come through here, and you can either start with these few things or you can do this. You go, so start here. So here's my website. All right, grab that, because this will go to your website, it'll search it, it'll look at it and go, right, here's my current H1 and current H2. So
what's H1 and H2? Is that the lines?
Yeah, that's this. Yeah, H1 means heading 1 and H2 means heading 2. So H1 is the most important word sentence on your homepage, followed by H2. And it's just a HTML code thing. So you use H1s, H2s, H3s, H4s throughout your sites, and they largely dictate like how big a heading is and like how they become smaller and smaller. So H1 is the biggest, all the way down to you wouldn't go past like H5s or something, right? So come in here. So
one of the things, because it's code, that piece of code is what Google is looking for. So when Google hits your website, it looks for the H1 to figure out what your site's about.
Yeah.
That's why it's such an important piece of text.
Because you need to think about 2 things, like Google, the search engine, and all of the ChatGPTs and everything else. Effectively, they're blind, right? They can't see what your website is about. So they go, what is the text? So you go, hey, we sell beautiful jewelry to strong women that have escaped a shitty time and a shitty experience in corporate, right? And they go, well, that's interesting, So I know what this is about now, right? And then they go, and we do this because like I'm a woman and I'm strong and I'm fierce and I want to wear beautiful jewelry and I'm passionate about it and and people go, sounds good. And Google goes, oh, that's what the site's about, So we'll do some work on this, but. So you can see already all the stuff that I've trained it on. So like, here's your summary. Like, here's what we're talking about there. So go back here from Magpie Jewelry, unique selling proposition. So it goes pretty deep. Like USP means what is your unique selling proposition? Who are we targeting? People who have panic attacks and grief and So example, it's already started giving me a few variations. So secret code jewelry for strength, So let's go through, and I want to see which ones I vibe with, and I'll get Chris McQueen to help me with this because he's our resident word ninja. But let's have a quick look. So I don't want to go limited edition. I want to go functional, secret code for strength. So, all right, I'm going to start there. However, there's one other thing I'm going to do. So something that is really, really important is you need to include a keyword in your H1 and your H2 that people actually search for in Google searches, right? Because over time, you want your site to appear in Google searches for the thing that you're trying to sell. So say, for example, if I was trying to sell, like guitar straps or something, right? And they're made out of a beautiful material and they're made in like Vietnam or whatever. Like you have to include the word guitar strap in there, so that you rank for it. So let's do this. So These, and this is all you do, right? You just talk to it. These are up to a great start. Don't mind me, I can't type. ChatGPT doesn't care that I do typos. But I also need to include a keyword in the H1 that has search volume in it. So again, search volume means people search for it in a Google search, right? So people probably don't search for, what did we have here? Jewelry for strength, right? Or secret code for jewelry. So let's have a look here. Do this and see what it comes back with. Just for context as well, this can take time to nail this properly. Like Wanda is part of our community, Rod's part of our community already, you know, and they've been through this and like they've been to a lot of calls to continue to refine this. So, but this makes it a lot quicker. So what do we want to do in here? Secret message jewelry. Is that a thing? Is like secret message jewelry or code jewelry, anxiety jewelry? Let's do this, right? I'm going to go to this tool. I'm getting a bit.
Saw a few sites ranking for like Morse code jewelry. I don't know if that's exactly the same thing. Is code jewelry something
not
you
the same thing.
invented, Catherine?
Yeah, because it's basically because it's based on shorthand words, which is a very outdated, showing my age trait. But Morse code jewelry is like, I know what that is. It's like little beads, like three dots is three little round beads, and three dashes is so it's nothing like that, but it's still code, but not.
Say some of the words that I'm searching for. So 20 people a month in Australia search word like code jewelry, 90 search for anxiety jewelry. So we're getting more. Just for context, like this tool SEMrush, you can get it for, it's not a tool that we, this is a public tool, right? You can use it and it grabs all of the searches from all over the internet and tells you like how much people are searching for. So I'm going to keep going. I should turn my light on too, shouldn't I? Because I'm sitting in the dark and I've got my light on. Meaningful, hang on, give me 2 seconds. Meaningful jewelry, that's it.
It's probably a bit broad. Is there some kind of term other than code jewelry that you would use to describe it, Catherine? Like secret words, secret meaning jewelry or something?
Affirmation
hidden meaning jewelry.
Yeah, maybe hidden meaning jewelry, but it's really we sort of base it on code, meaning like, well, nobody else knows what it is except if you're told what it is when you have it, sort of thing. And it's more for like anxiety, stress, being a survivor for one of the pieces, like something, mental health or physical health things.
So the only one that actually has any search volume is like code and anxiety jewelry. So this won't be perfect, but we're going to start there. So let's try this. Try and use the word code jewelry. All right. In the H1. And in the H2, use these. So I think anxiety jewelry definitely makes sense. Like you've come from a place that gave you anxiety and now you're wearing meaningful jewelry. And
I'd probably put secret message in there as well. It kind of describes what it is better than code jewelry.
Yeah. Thing to be aware of though is like it needs to sound good, right? But it needs to rank good. So you got to, there's a bit of a payoff. So we're not going to spend too long on this. I just want to make this a bit better. I'm going to rip through the whole site and show you how the whole thing works. So, but let's have a look here. All right. So where did we get to with these things? So come up to the top. I've got code jewelry that holds your strength. Okay. So where this is already going, like people go code jewelry that holds your strength. People go, yep, sounds good. Your jewelry, your quiet armor. I would imagine most people that read that and they go, that sounds pretty like, yep. All right. So then the next one is like limited run code jewelry, order your own now. Yep. They're all of these things though in a consumer's brain, they're going, yep. And then if they read the next sentence and it says, anxiety jewelry meets meaningful jewelry, secret message jewelry that keeps your private affirmations close, right? Or a secret message A secret message meaning meaningful jewelry piece and anxiety jewelry in one. Your discreet strength. Again, they're not perfect, but you're getting lots of yeps when you read them, right? So really important that you do that. So again, like if you come back here and you go, there's your new H1 and there's your new H2. So now other things that are missing from here as well. So here is like what happens on your website, right? So when we talk about your store, this is all the stuff that people look at first. They go, there's your H1, there's your H2. Down here, there should be a whole bunch of circles, right? That are trust statements that people read them. And as they read them, they go, yep, 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 yep. It's like talking to your kids. I'm like, you're going to do this thing, you're going to do that thing, you're going to do da, 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 da. And sometimes you tell them to do the same thing 9 different ways, right? And the more yeps you get, they go, yeah, good job, put your bloody shoes away, right? But because you've got them to repeat it and comply so much, that's why it works. Like same with your husbands, right? Because you've got to tell them the same thing 9 ways before they go, yes, they are, or whatever, right? So now we're going to work on this. So these are trust statements. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to go back over here and go, they're fine. So now I need to work on the trust statements for my website. And I also need them to lead to yeses, right? Let's go with like 15 trust statements, and then we can pick the best ones. Everyone clear what a trust statement is on a website now and why we're going to use it? And I'll say this is the boring stuff, by the way. So let's get into there. All right, so they're a bit long. We need to shrink them a little bit.
And think of these as like benefit statements. So what are the benefits of the product that are going to help someone trust you? That's specific to who they are, how they use it, how it's going to solve the problem for them.
Yeah, they need to be trust. They need you. They trust you and have truth in what you do. 2 of the most important things. Like, what is the truth that you're trying to convince people to do, and what is the trust that you're trying to gain with them? And then all the feelings and then all the outcomes come secondary. So, example. Hand assembled in Australia. Yep. Secret message guarantee. Yep. Hyperallergenic materials. Yep. 30-day returns. Yes. Discreet private designs. Yep. Doesn't tarnish. These are real photos. It's unique to you. No hidden fees. Sensitive, skin safe. Crafted for calm. Someone read all of that. I don't know, for everyone on the call that may buy this product, you're probably going, you're not going to get any no's when you read any of that stuff, right? So we're hitting the yes quota. We should call that a thing, Chris. I'm going to make a GPT calling the yes quota. Like, yes, did we get enough yeses whilst we're on here? So I'm like, free standard shipping, whatever. Yep. So let's assume we did all of that, right? Because then the next thing people are going to do is they're going to go, oh, I'm going to start scrolling, right? So now if I come here and there's a lot of stuff missing in here still, but for the purpose of this, let's assume someone picked this. Now they go to this page. Now we're going to use the tool again and go, well, here's my product page. All right, come back here, go back to the dashboard. By the way, you don't need to type like this. You can just come here and you can go and look at the way that we've built the whole platform. So anything that is on your website, it's in the platform, right? So anything that is about profitability, it's in profit. Anything about building a team or managing your team or managing people is in here. Anything about like the product is in here. So for the purpose of this, we're going to go, well, here's the platform. And I'll actually do the easy way because I go, I don't think my product page is going to convert good, or it's actually not converting good. Here it is. What is it? It's that. You guys hear my dog yapping? Don't need to close the door. It's just there. Hey! Just. Everyone's just smack her or something. All right, conversion rate auditor. Let's do that. So we're going to do this. So what is your conversion rate at the moment, Catherine? Do you know?
I haven't really had any sales except for like friends and family. So yeah, right. I'm very newbie.
So, here's my product page. Tell me why it won't work. put that in, copy and paste that. And there is a lot of things that we can add in there. So that's like super easy for you to fix. So a couple of things. Again, answer all the questions that it says. So what does it say in here? So before I can provide the full conversion rate audit, I need a few things. So there's the store URL. Here's the URL. Cool. That just means universal resource locator or something. Conversion rate is, we're just going to say 1%. Doesn't matter what it's negative. It's a new business. So this is very important that you answer all these questions, right? So low traffic. Sessions means how many people come to your website and overall how many sessions they have, right? So some people might have like 3 sessions on your site or something. So low traffic. Someone else's dog's yapping now.
Yeah, mine.
They're trying to talk to my dogs via the Zoom. They're having a chat. What's your average order value? What would it be? What's the average price of a product?
Probably, around 120.
$190, yeah. Cool, let's do that. So just for everyone that's like, I don't know what he's doing, or you do know what I'm doing, like conversion rate means if you get 100 people who come to your page and 3 of them convert, you have a 3% conversion rate, which is decent, right? If you got 6, that means you got a 6% conversion rate. If you've got 1% or less, it means your website's terrible, basically, right? Unless you're getting huge amounts of traffic. So let's go here. So current conversion rate is this, Let's keep scrolling down. So first, I'm going to look at the product page itself. All right, yes. So PDP means product display page. All right, so yep, go ahead. And I will say just quickly as well, like when you guys all join our community, which you should all join our community because it's the greatest community ever, like we also give you this in a checklist. And so I'm going to show you the checklist because I spent like 25 years making this checklist and I have even just improved it further on the weekend. And I don't think you wouldn't even have this new version, Wonder. This is like a new awesome checklist. So it's basically breaks out like your homepage and your collection page and your product page and your carts and your cart drawer and your desktop and your mobile and everything. And you come in here and you go, does my product page have all of these things on it? All right. And you go over here, yes, no, pass. If you don't have it all, you go and add them all onto your page, right? So this is like way longer than even the version that we had last week. And everyone's frantically trying to get a screenshot of this. You don't need it. When you join our community, we give it to you. It's included in your membership. But this tool, and again, like showing you through a bit, like here's what you do in your cart, right? And here's what you do on your collection page. You see how long it is, right? And then you go to your homepage, right? You go, I've got to have all these things on my homepage. Oh crap, there's lots of them. And then do speed testing and so forth. But this stuff also lives in here. So you use this first and go, it's checking for most of it. And then if there's still things missing, then you get to use tools like this as well. And you've got you're literally like your site is kind of built like we would build it for you because you've got everything, right? So let's go back here and see what it said so far. So go back there. All right, cool. Number 1 is should go at Afterpay, like especially in this current economy. A lot of people who buy jewelry want to pay with Afterpay. Like it's not a super urgent thing. They're happy to pay it off. Number 2, you don't have any trust signals. So these are the kind of the things that I already spoke about previously. I'm like, the trust statements like reviews and it ships from Australia. And if you don't love it, we'll return it and Even little things like you don't have an ABN in your footer of your site, according to this. So like little things like that, add that in because people go, they don't have an ABN, maybe they're not real, right? So stuff like that. Then we've got like free shipping information, another buy now, pay later thing. Like you don't have a phone number on there, ships from Australia, lots and lots of different things. And you can continue to go through this and go, what are the next 10 things?
Wow.
That I'm missing. So between using, and I know I'm going through this like really quickly, but like between using this and then you get to cross check it against like this as well, you're like, all all right, cool. I've got a pretty good product page now, right? So again, here's more things. So far we've covered a bit of brand story on your homepage. Now we've covered a bit of like what's wrong with your product page. Next thing, I'm just going to jump to somewhere completely different. Maybe you want to run ads. All right, so you go, all right, cool. Going to go down in here. I'm going to go to the promotion tab, and I'm going to, actually, you know what I want to do? I'm going to do this. VSL Generator, because this is super important. So VSL Generator means it's a video sales letter. So, you know when you guys see infomercial ads on TV late at night and you're like, buy these steak knives, they'll cut through the engine on your car or cut a tree down or whatever, and it's 3 a.m. in the morning and you now own 3 steak knives and Tupperware. These guys spend a shitload of money writing those ads, right? So I've built this thing, which effectively will enable you to do the same thing as if it was written by like a copywriter that gets paid $1 million a year to write stuff, right? So, and the purpose of this is because, especially for a brand like yours, you want to put a video at some point on your homepage going, here's my survivor story, right? So we might do this exercise because we'll use this and we'll also use this in ads. So let's go back and do this again. Can't stress this enough as well. Like everybody should do this exercise for their ecom brand. So let's go. Here's my brand. And it's up to you, Catherine, how open you are with like the questions that I ask you as well. If you're like, I don't want to answer that because it's painful and whatever, that's totally cool. But let's see. So here's my brand. Let's go. And again, just talk to it, right? As if like, hi, Paul, here's my brand. And I'll read what it says at the end and you'll be like, okay, I can see why I should do this. So let's go. So, all right. Now, question number 1, scroll back up. I'm going to say age range 30 plus females, potentially, Australia-wide, 90K plus salary, like a minimum probably, maybe 100.
Yeah.
Life stage, let's go ex-corporate. That's a good one.
Yep.
I don't type anymore. God, I don't type much anymore. I just talk to the computer. How do they identify themselves? What would be mums, right, and stuff, and like ex-career women? How would you identify them?
Yeah, I still think they're probably career women still working. It could be mums as well. Yeah, mums as well.
So what do they want other people to think about them? They're strong, independent.
Yeah.
Dependent survivors. You also don't want to pigeonhole yourself just in that market, though. You also want like women that haven't been through the trauma to go, I just love the jewelry. And I love that it secretly says like be happy and be confident and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I would assume. So
there's like a friendship button, for girlfriends have girlfriends, BFFs and all that sort of thing. It's like a little button and it's a friendship button.
Okay. Yeah. Values, strength is a value, confidence, certainty.
Yeah. Positivity, like I'm trying to sort of exude positivity, like it's like grounding and like self-talk and, talking to yourself to encourage yourself to feel better about yourself and not be depressed and unhappy.
Yeah. Self-talk. Confidence. Yeah. And I'm obviously not trying to gloss over these things. I'm just like trying to get you as quickly as I can for you. Buying behavior. I mean, what they like online shopping. Who doesn't? That's important. They like online shopping. What makes them trust that it's relatable would be good. Like, get it. I love her story. Mine's similar,
Yep.
They hesitate. Probably just hesitate because it's a new brand. It's a new unknown brand. Emotional drivers. what other brands? They probably like Swarovski crystal kind of vibe brand, I reckon, maybe.
Yeah,
What do you think?
like the yeah, they like sort of most of the jewelry silver, and also that it's sort of like a Pandora style bead. It's not a Pandora bead, so maybe don't reference that. But it's like just people who like jewelry, and just like to wear a lot of it.
All right.
And
Oh,
it's
felt like
just different. So it's, yeah, like it's
so
not like VSL. Yeah,
all of this thumbs becomes just like evolves, right, as you grow the brand. That's why we spend so much time, and literally like Chris and Shane, our brand guys, like Shane is one of the guys who came up with like Movember, and Chris has worked with brands like in Dubai, so they spend tons of time on all of this stuff every week because it's always evolving. So like even if you go, oh, it's not perfect, it's not meant to be. It's just like it grows. So 6 is brand affinity. We'll leave that there. Let's think I skip one. 7 is, do they solo? No, they probably don't. Oh, don't.
that they know how to. I can't see that. What?
They know they have I wouldn't even call it a problem, right? They've had a state that they were in, and then they're like, I get it. I know what that's about.
Yep.
So I'm gonna leave that.
And it's just like that thing, like it is called like sort of grounding, where your physical touch like is then sort of, and what you're saying is sort of like mentally they connect, and it's so you're holding a product that like it's a physical touch, and then you've got the mental self-talk, and it actually it's called grounding. It's an actual thing. So it's sort of puts you into a state of positive.
Kind of like how people with ADHD and so forth go, they like get a fidget spinner, and then it like takes your focus back into like that moment of using that thing.
Yeah, and just focus on positivity and getting ahead.
Yeah. So I just want to be clear on something, right? So I know this looks really, really, really simple, but behind each of these GPTs, there's probably like, for this one, 30 hours of work and hundreds of pages of prompting in there that tells it how to think. So that's why I can spit this out so easy, and you can go, oh, okay, great. So, so the platform, I've made it so that anyone can use it, and then it's going to give you a good answer. But behind it, like there's a lot that's gone into it. So imagine one of your best customers. What's her name? What does her Monday look like? So I'm going to use an example like Mel. She loves Mondays, right? What does she think about when she puts a jewelry on in the morning? That's going to be good. People are going to notice her jewelry. So let's just rock with that for a second, because we can change this if we need to. And normally I'd be a bit more in depth because I want to do like 6 or 7 more things off the back of this, but let's go. Oh, Steve's still got more questions. How old is Mel? Mel's 21. I'm going to say, what do you reckon, Mel? We'll go with that. We're just using an imaginary Mel. Mel is whatever, 30, that'll do. She lives in, it's a good Melbourne suburb, but why not do here? Romsey, that'll do. She has 3 kids and 2 cats and a horse, of course, because why not? What does it look like? She's rushed getting ready because the cats and the horse need feeding, and so do the kids. Right. It's one thing she's proud of. She's a proud, independent, but woman with whatever. She enjoys her job, right? So we'll do something like that. What does it matter to her? Jewelry. It reminds her she's made a great decision. and her status is elevated to her friends. Is that like, I mean, this is a big thing, right? Most people, I imagine, they buy jewelry and they wear jewelry, and people go, or they buy a nice handbag, like one to sell, and people go, where'd you get the bag from? Love it. I want one. Right?
Yep.
So there we go. Sounds good. Mal's that. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, correct. One thing the platform won't let you do is it won't let you skip through things, right? Because like, even for me, I did have a cheat code, but I turned it off because I want everyone to answer it properly. So, for example, her worst day is just like, she's frazzled, annoyed, HSA. Please be way more thorough when you do this yourself, but I'm going to try and blast through it. So now what we're talking about. So now let's go deeper. I want to feel what her worst day looks like. Let's try and create step by step. So what sets her off in the morning? Does it feel like mum's in more control? Has she bought planners? What time is it? So, oh my God, it's going to take me ages to do all this. So let's go. Why not? We're going to do it anyway. So practical inconvenience, what sets her off in the morning? One, lack of time. Two, feel like she's more in control. Yes. 3, yes. 4, sure. 5, let's get all right. Let's go. Because it won't give you a good outcome here if you don't nail this, right? Correct. Yes, that's true. All right. What else sets Mel off in the morning? Oh no, wait. Catherine off in the morning. Her dog barking. Her worst morning. The kids are noisy. The house is a mess. Hubby's annoying. Oh, can't type. The car doesn't have enough petrol. The dog is yapping. Accurate.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Yes, correct. Everyone can probably see why when I mentioned that someone will charge you 10 grand to do this is because it takes a long time to do this. So let's have a look. Drown now, add it up. So there's the emotional transformation, the physical transformation, second transformation, identity shift. So cool. All right, let's do that bit. So 1, way happier. 2, physical, what does it look like now? Settled. Decided. 3, what's your other C of Mal now? Just got together. 4, then a shift should become as very best. She's calm and content and happy and confident. That'll do. Have you done this, Chris? Chris M? Have you guys done this on your brain call? Use this? I don't know if you have ever. No. So that's where I come to my calls because we do this on the call. All right, confirm. So this one, I know this is relatable. So correct. Please confirm once you know why there wasn't a previous solution. Oh, maybe there was. What was the previous solution that people might have prior to using the jewelry or prior to using your product? So because you woke up calm and confident and happy and grounded optimism, you're right. But let me know if you want to adjust. I mean, it's probably right.
Going to a therapist.
Oh yeah, that'd be one.
Yeah, this is like self-therapy. Yeah.
All the dogs are barking everywhere. Mine are yapping. Yours must be a full moon or something out there. All right. Previous what competitors? I don't think you'd have many competitors, would you?
I've not been able to ever see anyone who's done anything except for that Morse code one.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
They try yoga. They try whatever. They try mindfulness. They try whatever.
Talking to friends. Yeah.
Positive friends. Trends and hacks. Has she bought? No. 5. No. Leave it. Go through. Skip through. The reason I'm also spending so much time on this is because once you've dialed this in and you nail it, it's going to give us a big, long script, right? And you'll be able to take chunks of it all and put it into all of your ads and all of your emails and all of your everything, right? So, all right, yes, this is correct. All right, cool. Skip through this stuff if we can. Let's try. I'm gonna get it moving. It's probably not gonna let me, but let's try. Oh God. Okay. So 5. We help women. Oh, women feel more calm, faster because of their day-to-day life, right? Done. Leave it like that. Geez, I hope I don't run out of messages left. That's embarrassing. So, correct. I cap it at like it resets every few hours, so you guys don't spend like 9 hours a day blasting through this and do nothing else because it's very tempting. All right, so we want to go best case results. Tell me about that. It works great, whatever. Typical result, if you feel better in a week. Skeptical, try it for yourself. You don't have any social proof yet, do you? You don't have like, other ladies have used it for blah, blah, blah.
Not written, no, just girlfriends and their friends. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Okay, we don't have, do you have any reviews that we could use?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. All right. We're going to say Wanda said it made her feel better than ever. And it did so. Did so in less than 2 weeks. She's never been happier. Except when she's hanging out with Chris on his brand calls. Because everyone's happier on the brand call. Oh, all right. Come on, skeptical. Give me more detail. No, I don't want to give you more detail. How can I bypass this? Stronger social proof. We have. Let's go. Next time I won't do the VSL one, I'll do all the little ones that are like blast through stuff quicker. So, if it doesn't finish soon, I'm going to do that because I'm going to have to come back to it because there you go, best case, typical case, origin story. So give me the quick one. So your origin story is Catherine started the brand due to bullying at her corporate job. Best case, typical result, yeah. No, skip this stuff. All right. How does it work differently? Do whatever you think is the best answer.
Me?
But trying to cheat.
Oh, sorry.
works differently. Why now? Thanks for trusting me. Answer. You answer this too. All right, hang on. I figured out the cheat code. You answer this too. Okay, we might be able to get speed through it a bit. Got it. There you go. Cool. Yeah, done. Do it. Do this bit for me too. I'm good. It's relaxing. Love it. Yeah. Do this too. Let's go. Oh, we're on the home stretch. I'm feeling calmer already. So I want to get onto the other stuff. Final call to action.
I'm glad you're feeling calmer. It's looking pretty overwhelming.
I'm going to give you this I'm going to give you this whole script at the end, and I guarantee you, well, you'll be like $10,000 well offer. Well, if that's even a word, and you'll have like so much cool stuff that you can use. So, yeah, this is right. Given I've done all this, like I should really make Chris M talk and read it because he's got, the better voice than I do. So anyway, let's have a crack. Some may be wrong because I cheated, right? But let's see what we end up with. So just quickly, you don't read these things that say like office stack, and you don't read these things that say whatever, right? So let's have a quick look. So where did we get to there? So cool. So again, this is video sales letter on now. I should read it before I read it out loud. And I'm going, it sounds crap. You know what? Let's do it. Hey, it's 7:10 on a Monday morning in Romsey. The kids are fighting over the bathroom. The house is a mess. The dog is yapping for attention. The cat's knocked over the food. Again, Mel's husband is grumbling about being late. When she glances at her phone, there's a work message when she's trying not to feel guilty about ignoring. She checks the clock and she's already late, and the car's petrol light is blinking again. In that moment, Mel feels like she's holding it together by a thread. There's Vegemite on her shirt, her hair's still in a messy bun, and her neighbour, always perfectly put together, gives a wave as she calls her kids out into the car. She feels a hot flush of embarrassment and frustration. That planner that she bought last month is still sitting on the kitchen bench. The routines, the podcast, the self-help tips, none of them stuck underneath all of it. She's worried. Is this what her kids will remember? She thinks, I can't keep doing this. Why can't I just put it all together? I just want one day to feel like I'm on top of things, right? So now, if that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For so many women, it's a constant juggle: work, family, pets, relationships, the endless to-do list. Yet you try to do all of it with strength and independence, but some days it feels impossible to keep up. You compare yourself to others. You wish you could just press pause, take a breath, feel calm, really calm. So you tried yoga, you tried mindfulness, and maybe you even bought a beautiful planner, a beautiful confidence product, right? Hoping it would finally make mornings easier. You lean on your positive friends. You may try to see the bright side, but somehow the feelings, they don't last. The chaos returns. Ordinary jewelry, it might look nice, but it doesn't change how you feel. But what if you had something that grounded you every single day? Not just another thing to add to your routine, but a tangible anchor, a daily physical reminder that you're strong enough to handle anything, something you wear, something you see, something that shifts the way you show up, even in the middle of a messy Monday morning. So that's what Magpie Jewelry was made for. Every piece is crafted with intention, designed to be more than an accessory. It's a wearable cue, a gentle reminder, a beautiful reminder of your strength and your calm, more close to your heart. So when you slip it on every morning, you're not getting dressed, you're grounding yourself into who you are and who you want to be. So you can see where I'm going with this. I don't know about you, but this sounds pretty good. And I didn't even do this properly, right? So yeah, this, for example, like game changer. So now I'm going to copy this and I'm going to just put it into the chat so everyone else can read it. So I don't have to keep reading it because I'm motivated. I don't know about you, but I'm motivated to buy one and put it on. So now we'll go into a few. We'll do some more things now. So you go, great. Like now there's my VSL. So you're going to go stand in your backyard in front of your best tree and film that as a video. And that's going to go on your homepage. Next thing, we're going to go over here and we need to do some promotional stuff. All right. So now we fixed your homepage. We fixed your product page. You've got a VSL. Now you're going to write some ads. So we're going here and we'll do ad. Let's pick one. Ad copy generator. Which one do I want to use? There's so many. Which one do I want to do? I need this one. ad copy. And I'm going to stop here because I can see Chris and Chris are like, we need to try and sell these people something, but I want to give you a bit more valuable. So here is my new VSL that I just did on my own. And obviously it's amazing. It's amazing. So now can we write some meta ads for my brand based on all of this stuff, right? You don't even need to talk to it like a professional. You're like, all this stuff, like a work at the pub. So copy and paste that in, go over here. And then you go, oh, I loved it. So it's me, right? Me giving you praise, being like, you did a great job. What does it say at the top? It's still going. God, likes to talk like me. Cool. Your VSL is emotionally powerful and loaded with insights. So let's get into it. So what are we going to say? Here's your hook. So for those of you that have never seen a meta ad before, the hook is like, literally the big hook that you have on your ad. So ever felt like you're holding it all together by a thread? There's probably like 50% of women and men, whatever, let's go, women that would see that on Facebook and go, yep. Or you go, messy mornings, endless chaos. Sound familiar? They go, yep. Or why we don't with the 51, but what if a necklace actually helped you feel calm? No one's scrolling past that. So that's the hook to capture them so they stop scrolling. Then they go, hey, another Monday. And this is in your ad copy, right? Another Monday, kids are fighting, emails are pinging, and your to-do list already feels impossible. You wear strength like a badge, but still end up being frazzled, wishing for just one calm morning. Magpie jewellery isn't just an accessory, it's your daily anchor, a wearable reminder of your strength and calm, crafted by an Aussie woman for Aussie women, right? Slip it on each morning, It's going to do these things. Free shipping, 30, feel the difference guarantee, right? Limited runs, don't wait. You deserve more. Start with confidence. You go, great, there's your ad. And if you didn't like that one, there's another one. And there's another one, right? And you can go, I don't like any of them. Give me 5 more. I'll give you 5 more ads. So now you have a website that says the right thing, a product page that says the right thing. You've got a VSL on your homepage. You've got an ad that's ready to work. And there's 100 more things that you can do in this side of the system, but I won't show you all of them, right? Makes sense so far. Everyone who's watching this, everyone's like, oh, shit, I can do this myself, right? Any questions? Anyone ask me anything about any of this stuff or make a comment and be like, this is the best thing I've seen on the internet since last week? I can see it was better than ChatGPT.
Yeah, because I've tried that, and it is very sterile, and doesn't really get the point. Yeah,
doesn't. No, it'll just tell you whatever you want to hear. So, and like I said, you come back in here and you go, cool, I've done that. Now what's the next thing? You go, people are going to the website. I want them to buy more. I go, cool. Use the thing that says AOV, right? So this will teach you how to make them buy more. And they go, cool, I got a customer order now. And you go, great. So now I need to start sending people emails. All right, so you go into this thing, where it is. And this thing, you build out your email flows. You go, great, I've got that. Now I need to get reviews. Do this. You go, where it is, that one of them. Whatever, click the review thing, right? And it just goes on and on and on. And then you go like, product. What's the next product that I should add to the product range, right? You go, this is the next thing. I've even made some weird stuff in there, like with products that match just horoscopes and just random shit that I come up with. So, but anyway, like I think I hope that makes sense how you use the platform. All right. So, and as I said about before, the other thing is obviously we've got the eCom Circle community where we come and also show you how all this works. So I might cut back to Chris M now to talk about the good stuff that you guys should probably have a look at. If you want to do that, Chris, does that make sense? Got your slides ready?
Thank you.
No worries. I'm tired now. You see why I made this so that I don't have to do this 24 hours a day with people. You guys can use it yourself. You're right, Chris. Need some help? Not that slide, I don't think, is it? Maybe it is. He's on mute. I can't hear him. Yeah, good job. We can't hear you. Oh, geez, what happened?
It's not on mute, but yeah.
nah, your audio's dead. All right, looks like I'm doing this bit, guys. So, because he can't talk. So, all right, here's an amazing offer that's incoming. So, as I spoke, you can try and keep talking if you want, Chris. If not, I'll just talk. This hasn't happened before. Anyway, so here's the deal, guys. So, as I mentioned, we have the command center. I'm going to go straight into the short version. 167 GPTs in there at the moment. I add like 10 new weeks, 10 a week, probably more, right? So you guys get full access to the command center. Go to the next slide, Chris. You got all this stuff.
Can I just add, Paul, like last week we had someone who like was having issues integrating like an app for Shopify, and you had, okay, cool, give me like half an hour, and you just created a GPT specifically for that.
Just for her. Yeah. So we have that, right? You guys get access to this thing for the whole year, right? So for context, access to the thing for the whole year, $1,000, right? Then we have the community. I haven't spoken much about the community, but like I do stuff like what I just did here every single day in the community. We do 5 calls a week. Not me on all the calls. Like Chris is on the call. Like there's a Meta Ads call, a Google Ads call, an email call, an SEO call, a big founders call with all the founders. There's a scorecard call, tons of calls. Like there's nearly 370 people in there. There is always channels. There's all the recordings. You get access to like 10 courses. So 12 months access to that, it's like $1,000 as well, right? So I want to do a cool offer for everyone on tonight's call. If there's another slide, Chris, click it, may as well. So I've put together this offer for full year access to Connect, full year access to the command center, everything. Basically, the whole thing, $2,000. Sorry, $200 would be good, wouldn't it? $2,000, right? However, so you can buy that right now. You get access to all of it. You get immediate access. You get in. You can come hang out with the community. Now, also, like I didn't say $200, however, but like you can pay it off. When you go through the checkout process, you can pay $500. What is it, Chris? Nod. It's like 4 months for $500 or something. But you have all access to all of these tools for the entire year. Next year, we'll come back and be like, hey, you can renew if you'd like to. But so 2 options to pay. The only decision you need to make now is like, do I pay for it in full? And if you do, you get a free fast path plan call with me, which means that when you get on a call, I will go, hey, here is all the things that you actually need to be doing over the next like 90 days. And here is the GPTs that you should use so that you're not just in there like doing your own thing, right? So what other stuff have we got in there as well? So between those 2 things, you have a massive community supporting you in your e-commerce journey, right? And also other people that are using the platform. Then you have full access to the platform to do whatever it is you want to do. Then you request other stuff. And if, like I said, you get stuck on things as you're using it, you post them into the channel. So quickly as well, the community itself runs on a system called Slack. So Chris can turn his slides up and he can drop a link to how you guys buy it. I'm going to show you what Slack looks like because it's a super easy system to use, but everyone's like, oh, where does this work? So if I go to the general channel and I'm going to share, so go over here. All right. So for example, we have all these channels here. There's AI channels, there's Amazon channels, there's email channels, there's SEO, there's shipping, there's tech questions, there's whatever, right? So you come in here and you can see all these people asking really good questions. People go, oh, there's a call coming up. I'll go to the call. Happy birthday to Rod yesterday. Like, here is other stuff. Here is someone that just joined the community. Here is the wins. Here's Chris's side hustle that is going to start when he's like after on the weekends, whatever this is about. So,
what would be, Paul, like the kind of, say someone came in to the circle, they got this, and they're just starting the business. They got a product, maybe. Like, what would be their journey through the circle, the AI? How does it kind of like go together?
So, if you're just starting. Hang on, my voice is dying. If you're just starting, here's what you need to do. So first, please join the community and just go and sit on the calls and see what people actually sell. And then you'll be like, I can see the kind of things that work. All right. So secondary, come in here. And this is absolutely built for newbies as well, right? So you come in here and you do, and my computer's starting to go slow, but whatever. Click product. And this thing alone is literally like sitting at my desk and talking to me about like, what product should I sell? All right, so I'm actually going to change it. I'm going to do niche. So quickly, niche means like I want to sell something to people in the pet industry, right? That's the niche. And I want to sell dog collars. So I'm going, it's that product in that niche. So what you guys need to do is come through here and go, answer the questions, guide me through finding a niche, a scalable product in the right niche. So say, for example, Alvin, you got a product yet that you sell? Alvin, have you got a product that you sell, mate? Anyone? Okay. What's everyone else selling?
No. So if you can
What do
hear
you
me
sell,
now,
Mark?
popped out and popped back, turned it off and turned it on again.
What do you sell, Marlene? Are you on mute?
Me? I sell, was that me or Mel?
Yep. Yeah, you, Marlene. Yep.
Me. I sell disc-bound planners, so stationery.
Stationery. Okay, so you go through this. What's your website again?
Dreamdesignbloom.com.au.
Been like talking all day, so my voice is literally going to die. I'll do my best. So, so I won't do this here, just in case it says, yeah, don't do that. However, it will still audit the whole thing for you. Go, all right, here's my site, right? In your case, where you're already committed to it, right? So I'd be like, is there anything I should consider? So let's assume you didn't. You go, I want to sell bloody beeswax. I hope there's no beeswax candle sellers on here because there's always someone beeswax candles on the internet. Pretty much what this thing would then tell you to do, I go, it's such a flooded niche. Like there's millions of you, there's no margins, and the Chinese are going from, Temu and so forth, like flooding the market with more and more of this stuff. Don't do it. Right. So, but say you said I sold candles that were made out of like beef tallow or something. It'll go, oh, hang on, like that's a bit more unique. Right. And then it'll ask you lots and lots of questions. It errored. That's there you go. That tells you everything. Don't sell candles on the
That's how
internet.
bad an idea it is.
Yeah, that's not the reason. But like anyway, so for those of you that are brand new, you go through this. Are you building from zero? What's the niche? Do we have an existing? What's the product line? Again, it's like I was telling you what to do. So you go through that and then you like know what not to do, basically, right? Makes sense. So any questions? What I like to do here is I always go, well, I've offered you two things to buy now, obviously, and every single person there is no one on the call that is not going to get massive benefit out of this. I always go, well, I would love to ask the question, like, what are you guys most afraid of happening if you buy either of these two products now? So I might throw to random people like Mel, if you were to buy the command center or you were to buy the community, what's your biggest fear of like what can go wrong?
Brutally honest, duplication of information, buying something that I've already received.
When you mean buying something you've already received, what does that mean?
From e-commerce communities.
Okay. They've got my information from in another community?
No.
Okay.
No. Sorry, this is bad timing.
No worries. Right. We'll go to Marlene. That's all right. We can go to someone else if we want. I don't mind. Hello. How are you? All right. Let's go to someone else. What, Marlene, question for you then?
Yep.
What's your biggest objection?
So I'm obviously already a part of the circle.
Yep.
I guess the next one would be the 2000 thing. Is that right?
Yeah. When did you join? Can I ask that question? Sorry.
Yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
Okay. So you've got like just the $97.
I've got no clue. No clue.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I've got my password before for inside. I'm asking Chris what it is. I'm like, no idea.
Okay. All good. Yeah.
So I guess mine would be. I actually don't even know if my product will sell. I mean, it's selling, and I'm getting repeat buyers. So the investment of $2,000 a question. Like I don't know. It's a question mark on whether or not I spend the $2,000 to potentially not get anything from it.
I think your question is really, that's actually not an objection to what I'm telling you. It's an objection to, like, have I got the right business? So for you, if I was you, I would be going like, if I buy the platform, will it tell me, do I have the right or the wrong business model?
Look, I think deep down in my heart of hearts, I think that it's the right business because it's not here yet. It's all over America. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't get a real clear objection there. I don't think so.
No, look, I'm thinking about it, definitely thinking about it, because I use ChatGPT like it's my business partner, pretty much. So I can see how your platform would work better. Like I just opened up that conversion checklist, which I didn't know I had access to. So I've opened that up and I can already see things that I could use. I mean, even when you were saying the stuff about the H1 and the H2, I didn't know anything about that. And so I was actually typing a question in the message, like my banner is an image, and that's where my information about my product is. But I don't think that probably should be like that. It should be, you should type the actual text in on the website instead of it being on the image, because Google is not going to read the image.
Can't read it. Exactly. No.
So,
exactly. Yeah,
so
you're doing a lot wrong with the
existing.
You're doing a lot wrong with the existing website as I'm scrolling up and down looking at it. 100%. I agree with you. Stuff doesn't flow in the right order, and like the wording needs work, and the flow and the usability needs work. Absolutely. I think the product, absolutely. Like these products are always going to exist, and especially if you can update them. Great idea. Huge place in the market. So your thing is like, I just need to get super clear on all the things that I did tonight so that I can sell heaps of them.
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, the traffic is there, but the conversion isn't. So I know that it needs work. And I'm just trying to, so maybe it is like even I'm just sitting here with my face, like before you asked me, because I put a TikTok up, and this is going to sound so bad, but it's at 145K, and I'm thinking, how the hell has it done that? People are going to the website, but no one's buying anything.
I can tell you why no one's buying anything, because So you don't have all the conversion elements that are on it that are in my checklist, that are in the platform.
That's right.
That are in
which I just found out I could use. So
So your thing's right? You're already in the community. You're trying it out. You're like on a month-to-month membership or something.
Yeah.
So, but the only thing you got to consider is you go like, you know what? Like I'm going to commit to this for 12 months, and like this platform is way better than your current business partner. No offense, because you're just using ChatGPT on its own, whereas you could be using like ChatGPT, Claude, and OpenAI and Paul all blended into one and getting like a superpower answer, right? So like even Mel said, I'm like getting duplicate information. Like, you know, sure, you're not getting duplicate information. I know there's communities out there stealing my checklists because I get told about that.
Let me clarify. Yes, there is definitely benefits, because then nobody's stealing your information or anything like that, but there is other communities out there that offer assistance within the ecom brand. But the ChatGPT side of it, I love Charlie. I use him every day. I've trained him very well, like a good behaved husband. He understands and knows my business.
Do you call him Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie. That's my mate.
Okay. He's got a name.
Yeah, most people name him or her. So I think that aspect of it, where it's, yes, ChatGPT is broad for anybody unless you train it, unless you upgrade to your business plans, and then you can train it to know and understand your business, where you're at, your numbers, and you can get it to that point. But the fact that you've created something specifically for ecom, I think is amazing. I think that'd really be beneficial for people that are really, really new in it. I'd be interested to put all of my information in there and then see what it can analyze. That part of it, I think, is really interesting, specifically for e-com. So I think that part of it is amazing. I just want to clarify on, you said what were the negatives in signing up, and where I was saying duplication of information is hearing the same things over again. I suppose that's the fear, but I also know that I'm also working through variations of checklists from yourself and going through and ticking them off. Somebody might say one thing, oh, you need to have XYZ in this order, and then somebody else will say, oh, this needs to be in this order. So then the only way to weigh that up is your conversions, like what is actually giving you and driving the results. That's the only way that you can have those answers. Then data is going to be able to give that. So without sitting in your program and having the data speak for itself, yeah.
I think
is that a better explanation for you?
I think so. I think you answered your own question. Exactly. And where all my data comes from is like, been doing this since I was a kid, and then actual split tests across 100, well, it must be up to like 1,000 brands by now. So testing stuff across multiple brands, implementing and going, yes, that's now the control for what works across brands, and it works for like 99% of the brands, and that's why it's now a thing that everybody should be doing. So and then there was one more comment you made about like, you probably do have tons of data inside of your GPT, and that makes this even better again, because then think of it like this, right? You came to my house and you sat next to me and you're like, Paul, here's everything about like my brand messaging, for example. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, throw it into the virtual poll system now, and let's just see if you're missing anything based on what I would tell you to do into that situation. And I guarantee you'd miss heaps, and then you'd be like, cool, I'll take that stuff that I won't hear. And I have many people in our community that do this, they do that, and then they go, I'm going to go throw that back into my Claude, back into my GPT, back into my other thing, and I go, now that data there is better as well. So I don't say to people, you buy this and you stop using other stuff. I'm very much like, take what you've got, put it in here, amplify it, and then continue to use it in these systems as well, and continue to make it better. That's how everyone should be doing this as well. So, but the thing that is real good about this system is that like the guardrails go, don't do this stuff, don't say that, don't blah, blah, blah. And here's actual instructions based on proven tests that I've done for a long time versus what ChatGPT goes, oh, this might work, right? So, and what will happen as well, you test this yourself, right? This is a great test for you, is like, go and ask ChatGPT across different session instances the same question, and watch the variations in the answers that it gives you, and you'll just be like, you told me 9 different things across 9 different sessions, and they're very different, right? So then you have to go, which one's right? And you go, and I don't know about you, but I'll be like, I'll ask the guy that's working with like has access to 300 stores. He might have a bit more of an insight, right? So not to try to sound like a know-all, but I'm just like, take my data and use my data, like what I'm seeing and what works, and just trust me. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, like, use your variations if you think that like something's wrong, because get shit wrong. But so that makes sense. Hopefully it does.
Yeah, cool.
And a big part of what we do now, right? The power users, I call them like power users. They're the ones that are like smashing the command center. I say to them anyway, hey, if you find faults and issues or anything, or you find even better ways to use it, can you tell me? Because I'm like, Paul, I did this, and I go, cool, let's improve it for the next person. So anyway, hope to see you in there, Mel, and you can give us some of that feedback. So
hopefully soon.
All right. I'm getting mindful, like we're pushing 7 o'clock. I don't know where you guys going back to your whatever it is you're doing on a Wednesday night. Any other questions from anybody? Thank you, PK, for hanging out and nodding, and I like those kind of thumbs up and stuff. It's good. So, all right. Kyle, do you have any questions? You've been here for a bit, and Alvin, and All good. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you got some fun out of tonight. Look forward to seeing you all in the community. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. See us. Bye. Thank you, Cole.